Do you feel torn between wanting deep connection, but also needing time to pull back and to gain perspective? Do people often rely on your wisdom even when you are still figuring things out for yourself? If you have a 4-6 profile in human design, then you probably recognize this. And you are here to lead through trust and truth, through your relationships and through your lived experience. Hi everybody, welcome back to HPTV channel. I am Barbara, and in this video we'll explore what makes the 4-6 profile so unique, how each line operates, and how your personal evolution is actually your greatest influence. Let's dive in. So what is a human design profile? Your profile in human design is like the role that you are here to play in this lifetime. It is made up of two numbers. One is the conscious side, usually how you see or experience yourself. And the second one is the unconscious side, usually how people see and experience you. And together, they shape how you interact with the world, how others see you, and how your life path unfolds. If you're a 4-6, then your conscious line is the 4, the opportunist, and your unconscious line is the 6, the role model. So let's talk a little bit about the line 4, the opportunist. Line 4 is all about relationships, trust, and connection. If this is part of your profile, then you're naturally influential within your network. And your network you need to see is the biggest sense of the world. It can be your friend group, your family, within your coworker group, or maybe you have a quilting group or any type of large gathering of people. And you are not here to go viral with strangers. You're here to ripple outward through bonds of trust. Opportunities find you through the people who know and value you. And you thrive when you feel safe, supported, and emotionally connected. This also means that rejection or loss of community can hit you deeply. You may avoid change if it threatens your social foundation. But when you surround yourself with aligned people, that is the moment that your life starts to flow. Line 6 is a very distinct life path. That is your unconscious side. And a line 6, it doesn't matter if you have it in the conscious or the unconscious, it always unfolds in 3 phases. So you have the 30 to roughly 30 years old phase. This is often called the trial and error phase, because during this time, you often live like a third line, bumping into life, making mistakes, learning by experience, lots of trials, lots of errors, lots of lessons learned. If you recognize this, then leave me a comment. Then something usually happens, something big around your 30s, can also be 28, 32, but somewhere around there, that's life changing, life altering. For me, I'm also a 6 line, it was having a severe burnout. And that life altering thing that happens around your 30s, it pushes you up the roof, or sometimes called up the mountain. So this is called the roof or the mountain phase. And for those of you who are familiar with astrology, this is after your Saturn return. And it means that you begin pulling back from the world to gain perspective. You don't want to have all the trial and errors and experiences anymore, but you want to start looking at everything that you've learned about yourself. You want to start healing the things about yourself that have been hurt or broken. You want to gather lots of information and you want to put everything into perspective so that you can start understanding yourself a lot better. You may become more observational or maybe more contemplative or more private even. And this is very normal in this phase. You sort of withdraw, you go up the roof, you go up the mountain to figure out who you are. And then around your 50s, roughly, this is when you step into the final phase. This is usually for astrologers your Chiron return. It's called the embodiment phase. And this is when you become the true role model that every 6th line is destined to become. Not because you're perfect, but because you've integrated all your wisdom, you've learned all your lessons, you healed everything that needs to be healed, and you integrated everything into the version of yourself that you now are. And as a sixth line, you're not here to preach. You are here to embody, to lead by example. People learn from you not because you tell them how to learn or how to live, but because you live in alignment with your own truth, because you show them how to live. So, how do then the four and the six lines work together? The 4-6 profile is one of the most relational and layered combinations in human design. Your fourth line builds your life through community and connection. You need people and people need you, even when it doesn't feel like that at the moment. I know a couple of 4-6 ones that feel like they want to distance themselves from everyone. And that could be because you are in the second phase of your sixth line profile, where you want to withdraw from the world to just figure out who you are. And the sixth line, on the other hand, is about evolution, about integration, and ultimately rising into the role model through lived wisdom. And there are moments in time, like I just described, where these two lines can feel at odds with themselves. There's a part of you that wants to stay close to your people, to nurture bonds, and to maintain trust. And then there's a part of you, especially after your Saturn return, so after your 30s, where you start to pull back, where you just want to observe, or when you want to climb onto the roof or go up the mountain to look at life with fresh eyes. And here's the truth: you are not meant to sacrifice one for the other. You're meant to let your relationships mature alongside you. And as your worldview shifts, so will your circle. The right people will stay, and even if it gets quiet for a while, even if it feels like everybody is leaving, if it feels like you married the wrong person and you have the wrong friends because they don't understand you anymore, trust that that space will allow your true voice to emerge, that this happens in your highest interest, in your highest good. Because when the 4 and the 6 come into harmony, you become someone who leads through connection, not control, and who influences not by fixing others, but by living truthfully, transparently, and with heart. So, what are then some of the common challenges of the 4-6 profile? Every profile has its shadows, and the 4-6 is no exception. So, let's talk about a few of the core challenges that might show up for you. And the first is outgrowing your network, outgrowing maybe your family, your friends, your company, your hobby groups. Because when you evolve, and especially after your 30s, you might find that the people who once felt like home no longer feel aligned. And this can feel really shitty, and it can trigger guilt and loneliness and also a sense of loss. But this is part of the process, and I know how difficult it is, but you need to trust in that process, because it is not rejection. You're not losing people, it is expansion. The right people will come to you and they will make you feel whole and complete and on the right path, if that sort of makes sense. The second is the pressure to be the wise one, and that when that pressure comes too early. Because as a sixth line, people may project expectations onto you before you're ready. You might feel like you have to have it all figured out when you're still healing yourself. So give yourself permission to grow and have your own timeline, to not be pushed into something that you're not ready for yet. The third is overgiving in relationships. This is one I see very often with 4-6s. Because the 4-6 line wants harmony. But sometimes that means staying too long in one-sided friendships or relationships, or saying yes when you really mean to say no. And it's okay to disappoint others, to honor your own evolution. The fourth is feeling split between presence and detachment. especially during the roof phase. So between your 30s and your 50s, roughly, you might feel disconnected from the world and you might just be unsure of why. Why am I feeling this way? Why is this happening? And this is a very normal part of the sixth line journey. So if you're experiencing this, I would love to hear from you in the comments. But know this is a very normal part of your journey. You are not broken, you are integrating. And the invitation here is to honor the seasons of your life and also the seasons of your relationships. Not everybody that comes into your life is meant to be in your life for the rest of your life. Sometimes people come for a short amount of period, sometimes people come for a longer amount of period. And yeah, sometimes people just they've reached their expiration date, so to say. The invitation here is to honor the seasons of your life and your relationships because you don't have to rush, you don't have to prove, and you definitely don't have to perform. Your influence is quiet, but it's powerful, and it grows strong when you stay true to both your heart and your timing. So, are you a 4-6 profile, and what phase of your journey are you in right now? Let me know in the comments below this video because I'd love to hear from you and your stories. I can also imagine that you might want to go deeper into your design and discover your unique energy, your gifts, your purpose. And you could do that by requesting your BU by Design blueprint. It's personalized, it's beautiful, and it's packed with soul insight. The link to book that one is in the description below this video. And if you are ready to study your profile with others or to embody it in a powerful, aligned way, then you might want to join my BU by Design Mastermind, which is honest and intimate and real. The link to explore that is also in the comments below, in the description below this video. And of course, if you're craving direct guidance and energetic support, then you might want to work with me one-on-one, or you might want to have a clarity and connection call with me to go deeper into your profile. There are many different options of working with me. So if you feel called, then book a free clarity call. This is a 30-minute call to explore where you are, where you want to go, if we are a right fit, and which of the things that I offer would be the best fit for you in your specific situation. The link to book that one is also in the description below this video. Don't forget to like and to subscribe and to share if this resonated. And until next time, keep being you by design.